Hello everyone, welcome back to Sfdc Panther. This is Amit, and in this video we are going to learn how we can use compute expression inside Salesforce Einstein Analytics while we are working with dataset. So before we go ahead, let's quickly talk about what compute expression is. So compute expression is equivalent to the formula field inside Salesforce environment. So whenever we wanted to see the outcome, which is the combination of 1, 2 or 3 fields, and then we wanted to see the outcomes into the page layouts, we wanted to use that formula field either into the list view, reports, based on our business need. That is what compute expression for Einstein Analytics is. Whenever there is some requirement and we don't want it to do the calculation at the runtime, because that might also impact the performance of Einstein Analytics dashboards, that's why we do those compute expression inside the dataset or inside the data flow while we are preparing our dataset. So there is some example, like we wanted to have some static ID like profile, roles or record type IDs. We can put that inside the compute expression instead of putting those into the dataset. We can also calculate the opportunity as we wanted to create some buckets, like if bucket range for based on opportunity amount. For example, you have some ranges defined like from from 0 to 10 lakh will be falling into 0 to 1 million, and then based on that 10 to 20 will be 10 to 20 million. Like that, you wanted to define some buckets, you can define those buckets there as well. You wanted to convert your dates into the different formats using the compute expression, you can put that there inside compute expression instead of having those into the dashboard itself, because that will indirectly impact the performance of your dashboard. So now let's quickly discuss about how to put that, and what use case we are going to actually take here in this video is we are going to see how the stages are. Basically we are going to align the stages, that this stage should come on the top and then this stage should come there. So let's quickly take this as an example and then discuss with an example, and then we'll be able to do the more. So for example, here is our data set, that is opportunity with accounts. And for now in this data set, if I group by this opportunity dot stage name, you can see here I'm getting close one, and then add a decision maker, and then I've got needs analysis, negotiation, and these are the sorting order of my stage names under an opportunity requirement. Now suppose that there is a business requirement, I always want these ID decision makers to be on the top, needs analysis then second, and then value propagation should be third. So these are the fields that I wanted to uh, basically I wanted to change the order of my stage. Instead of having the standard order which is following by Salesforce Analytics is alphabetical, I don't want it to follow that. I wanted to create my own order. So how I can do that? For that we need to have a compute expression into the dataset. We can compute expression into the data flow. We can also do the same into our dashboard. But suppose that I have 10 dashboards. Inside 10 dashboards I am using a single lens which is displaying the stages and their associated amounts, but I wanted to see in the order form. In that case I have to do that logic inside all 10 lenses, but I don't want to do that because ultimately that is going to impact my performance. So let's quickly do. So here first thing is that we need to go to the data manager, and from the data manager go to data flow, open the data flow where actually your flow is there. So I already have a compute expression, there is nothing. This is very simple. I'm going to delete this so that you don't get confused. Okay, so how to get that compute expression? You can see there is a function kind of things, just click on that and you will see there is a compute expression. So let's quickly say I'm going to say stage underscore name. This is the name of my node. Source is my augmentation of opportunity and account. And now you can see that I have got add fields, because in ultimately in the compute expression we are creating a new field for our data set. So before we go ahead, let's quickly see in the output fields what we have. So in the output fields we have account number, and if we talk about, as we are going to refer the stage name field of opportunity, so this is how we are going to refer this. We have got opportunity opp dot stage name. So how we will be referring here? So let name the field as here. Again, I'm going to say stage name. Okay, all in caps. What will be the return type? It will be text. And now here we have got local expression. So here we will put our formula basically that we are going to execute. So how our formula will look like? So what we actually are trying to achieve is that ID decision maker will always be on the top. That means what I am saying is that if the value of my stage name is like this, ID decision maker, then so on the top, probably assign a numbers like 1, and then so on top, and then if that is value proposition, it should be on the second position. Basically I'm going to do like this case, and case starts, then if case start, it is going to end. Inside these two parameters, or we can say inside these two keywords, we have got two more keywords. One is when, and another one is then. So in the when, what we are going to say is we are going to say opportunity dot stage name equal equal. So we will say if it is ID decision makers, I'm going always it the value will always be inside double quotes, and the fields that we are referring in the data set, that will be inside single quotes, because if you use here single quotes, it will try to find out a field with the name ID decision makers, and we will not be having that, and we'll get the error. So what I will say here, in case of then, I will say I wanted to have this as a 1 and ID decision maker, and then again I will check, I will say when my opportunity dot stage name equals, suppose that this is the value proposition I'm going to use here. I'll say if that is the value, I'm going to assign as a second position, and same thing we will do for opportunity stage name. So I'm just going to quickly copy here, and then we have to paste. So then after we have got prospecting, I'm just putting some random values, random stays here. So I'm going to say number 3, we have got prospecting, and let's quickly copy this, and then we have got qualification stage. So sorry, I pasted at a wrong place, so it should be number 4. Okay, and then we have number 5, number 6. For the number 5, let's quickly, I wanted to put this needs analysis, so it should be number 5, and then I have got negotiation review, it should be number 6. Okay, and then we also have more values, we can also put more, so let's quickly put those as well here. So now we have got perception analysis, we can put those here as well. So this is the SOCL format that we are preparing here, and we will be just copying and pasting this format inside our compute expression that we were doing. So let's do for this proposal as well, that is price quote. This is the 8, and in case of else, what we are going to say here, what we are going to say is it should be on the 9, and we will say close one. For the close one we are not checking, let's quickly check that close one as well, and that we will make as number 10 will be close last. So let's quickly put here close one, it is 9, and it should be number 10. Why we are using numbers here on the top before every stages? Because numbers are going to define the orders, that's what we are putting here. So 1 will always come at the first, and then 10 will always come at last, that's why we are using numbers here. So let's quickly put here, now we have got our formula ready. What we will do is now we will save it, we have got one field here. If you wanted to put one more field here, suppose that you have got system admin, that is system ID. I wanted to use only single text here, single text, the user ID, sorry, the user ID of my record, because I am the system admin. I can put that and paste there. So let's quickly go to the detail page so that we can get that. Still we are not getting. Let's go to the advanced user, and is that okay? We have got this ID here, so we can put this ID, we can save it. Now we have got two computed fields. That means there will be two extra fields on the output of our dataset, which is opportunity with accounts. If you go here on the output section, we'll try to find out stage name. You will see here we have got one stage name that we created, that is a newly created computed expression field. So we have got we saved this. We are going to update our data flow, run the data flow, and we will see the output. First thing is that we need to wait. Either we are getting some errors while executing our data flow. If not, then we will try to see what is the orders of those stages. Even you can create more formula fields. Okay, so you can see here our data flow has ran successfully. If we get back, close this, and we'll try to open this dataset again, and this time we should be able to see that stages here. So we'll try to open this stage name, and you can see here we are getting close one as a top, again close one as a number 9. Okay, why we are getting this close one two times? Because in our computer expression we have close one two times instead of one, and then we are getting 1 0 as a close one, that is on the top, and then 1 2 3 4. So this is how you can do the ordering here. So if we get back to our data flow, which was this default Salesforce data flow, and go to the compute expression in the stage name section, here you can see it should be close last, and let's quickly make it as I already have the as much stage, so I will make it as again 9. Why I'm putting as a 9? Because I wanted these two should come one after one. I don't want if you have noticed here into the previous, you can see 1 0 is coming on top and 1 is coming after that. So that is because again 1 is first, and then it is choosing the number that is 0. So 1 will always be the first. These are the common numbers, and 0 is less than 1, that's why it is coming on the top. So we need to make sure that to be sure why we are putting our expression there, we need to make sure that how we are going to define the orders. I have these many states, that's why I need to use that 9 two times, and that is even okay for me because I wanted to have either close one on and then close last. So let's wait until our data set is running, and then we will again see what is there inside our data set for us. Okay, so now our data set is completely successfully ran. Now let's quickly close this again. We'll try to open this and this time we are getting the values on the order here. So this is it for this video. You can see how we can use computer expression to derive the value based on one or two values in the data flow. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put down into the comment section. I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you. I will see you into the next video.